Hello, gentlemen. Today I'm going to reveal my top 5 underrated playbooks in college football 25. So, a lot of people like to use playbooks like Oregon, Alabama, UNLV, which is my personal favorite. But a lot of people know about these playbooks, and I feel like there's a ton of underutilized playbooks in college football 25. People aren't really venturing out as much as I thought they would. So, I want to talk about some underused playbooks that I feel like are very effective options for you to use on offense. But before I get into my top 5, let me know in the comment section what offense you're currently running, because I'm really curious at this point in the year what you guys have kind of migrated to and how much you're liking it. So let me know. Now let's get into my list. The first playbook I want to talk about is Clemson. So I'm going to go through some stuff that I personally like. I'm not going to call too many plays, but I will definitely give a overview of the stuff that I like in this playbook. So there's nothing super broken in this playbook. Like there's no gun bunch strong or whatever. Like they don't have like a meta formation. They just have good off meta stuff. So let's start with the split slot stuff. I think it's really nice to have a split slot where you have a fullback inside. I think that's a very, very good run every single year in Madden, and it's no exception in College Football 25. Very good. You have a mesh post wheel where you have these two wide wheels from the running back. You have the sharp post from the outside receiver. And then we also have the halfback sweep weak, the read option inside zone. So you have just good runs that complement each other because they go to both sides of the formation. And you can make stuff work with the passes. I don't think the passes are anything special, but you can definitely do stuff with them. And then with split slot offset, we have FL drag, where we have that ISO side post. You have the speed option, halfback off tackle, halfback sweep. Then you have these auto motion plays where the halfback is going to be crossing to the other side of the field. Like motion double pass is nice to have as a one play touchdown sometimes. Motion fullback cross screen, motion spot, motion triple option right. So these all complement each other very nicely. So I'll go ahead and look at the motion double pass just for fun, see if this ends up being a one play touchdown. Okay, so we got tackled before he's open or before he could throw it, but you saw that he does get open. So it's a nice little one play touchdown that you can use one time a game. And then we have formations like doubles Y off where we have these cheat motions built in. Those are always good to use. You have the jet touch pass. That's going to be the same for this formation, I believe. Yeah, so we have RPO jet read Y slide. This is actually really good versus cover 0, I think. So let's have a look at that. So anytime you have a slide, RPO slide, these should be very good versus cover 0. So I don't know why it didn't let me throw them. Try it again. So he ends up playing it there, but he didn't play it last time. So it looks like, okay, so he's the read key. So there we go. So against cover 0, this ends up being a really good play. So there's just a lot of unique stuff in this Clemson playbook that I feel like a lot of people are going to have no idea how to take it away. And then your closest thing to a meta formation is probably like the bunch wide. So branch return, very good play. I'll show you a quick setup for that. So you could do, I would redrag A so he doesn't stop on his route. So this is kind of a concept that a lot of people would run out of this. And it's very easy to, I don't know why he didn't beat that guy. Try that again. So read the drag, return route, then to the post. So that's a good concept that's going to be really hard to use. So overall, Clemson, great playbook. A lot of people aren't really going to have any answers for this off-meta stuff. Next up, we have the Maryland playbook, and this one is very good from top to bottom. Ton of good formations in this. This is one that we've done a breakdown on acemadden.com. If you guys want the full scheme, go check that out. We talk about tight doubles, Y off trips, and then we do some trips tight end offset, trips, and yeah, I believe those are the formations we do. So very good playbook. Now let's talk about more specifics. So normal Y off close, we haven't done any breakdowns on this, but it's a good formation. It's a really good formation. Y sail, you have, let's see, PA snags, very good. Jet pass, fake zone. Normal Y off, similar, but not quite as good of a formation. Tight doubles has my favorite play of all time, zig under. So definitely get this play in your custom if you have a custom, and then consider using this or like UNLV for zig under, because very good play. Then we have the Y trip stuff. So this has one of the best plays in the game for finishing off your drives, an RPO read Y flat. This is a play that people still don't know how to defend because you can just throw it to the tight end like every single time. And he just shoots out to the flats extremely quickly. There's a read key on the guy right outside of him. So like, let's say that this guy with the R above him is manned up to the tight end. He's not going to play him because he's in the read key. So it's very easy to get short yardage or finish off your drive once you're towards the goal line with this play. Trips tight end offset. It's not as good as trips tight end. You don't have like the same plays, but you can still use similar trips concepts. So for that reason, it's good. Trips X nasty. I actually just posted a sick bomb play out of this on Twitter. If you guys aren't following me on Twitter, I'll put the link in the description. Just click that. Go check out my most recent post. You will have a nasty bomb setup that bombs cover 2, cover 3, and cover 4 drop. Then we have gun trips. This is another one that we've done a breakdown on in the ebook on acemadden.com. Middle slant, very good play. You can actually just run this stock, and it's going to be good stock. It's going to beat like everything. I couldn't believe it when, so Jay Rasm's the one who did the ebook on this. And when he sent me this play, I looked at it. I'm like, dude, there's no way that this play is good. And it does. It genuinely just beats everything. This is like an amazing play for Dynasty because you can just quick snap it. You don't need to make any hot routes. So when you're on the road, you're going to be fine. You just need receivers that can separate versus man. So on this post, you want him to separate, obviously. But yeah, very good play. And then I don't really know if there's much else to talk about with this playbook. Yeah, we really don't talk about these 3 formations. So Maryland's another great option. There's definitely more stuff in this than Clemson. More kind of meta-oriented stuff as well. Next, we have Wake Forest, which is definitely a sleeper playbook. I don't know anybody running Wake Forest. Let me know in the comment section if you've been on this since the start of the year. But I mess around in this playbook a little bit, and I think it has some really good stuff in it. Like gun wing is a pretty good formation for a 2 tight end set. Normal Y off close, you have flood H post, a play I use a lot in Madden. Out of a similar formation, you have deep flood, looks like a pretty solid play. Y sail, PA snag. So these are all good. You also have a tight end wheel out of wheel switch. Stack Y off has some good stuff in it. You have return routes, you have zigs. Switch wide receiver drag, good play. And then we have tight Y off, which is my baby. This is the formation I use in Madden. This is my main formation in Madden. And tight end corner is my favorite play. And this play is really good in College Football 25 as well. So my favorite setup in Madden is post tight end, streak running back. You can do this on any hash, whatever one you want. Right here, this ends up bombing match. And just trust me when I say this play just beats like everything. It's just very good. Run it just a couple more times just to show you. You can hit the running back. You can hit the return route. Definitely one of my favorite setups. It's just very easy to read. So tight end corner, really good to have that. I wish tight Y off in this game had cheat motion like we do in Madden, but you don't. Sadly, you do have jet touch pass. So I don't know if this is good enough to be a full-time formation, but you can definitely go to this. Flood drive's another good play. So this Y off trips doesn't have the RPO read Y flat that we just talked about, but you do have it in Y off trips nasty, which is basically the same thing. Like the RPO read Y flat is the same thing. Just like that. So that's going to be good down towards the goal line. Then we have a few more things. Y off trio weak. This looks okay. You have deep in. This is a good play. Bunch strong wide. Looks okay. Dig return seems decent. You do have a bunch wide. And then you do have a trips. So cross flood, that's a good play. We don't have middle slant, sadly. But yeah, overall solid playbook. There's a ton of good stuff in here that is off meta. Does lack a bit in the meta department, but if you're looking to be unique, this could be a good playbook for you. Next up, we have Rutgers, and this is a playbook that I almost chose to be in at the beginning of the year. I went in a different direction, but there is really good stuff in this playbook. So the main draw for this is going to be your trips. So you have trips tight end offset, trips tight end offset weak. I'll go over those more in a second. But then we also have compression with tight slots and tight slots halfback weak. So having like these formations all together is very good. It's unique. I don't think tight slots halfback weeks in any other playbook. I might be wrong about that, but this is the only playbook that I'm aware of that has it. So that's the main draw. We do, of course, have Y off trips. This has the RPO read Y flat that you kind of always want in your playbook. So let's talk about some of these. So I go over trips tight end a lot in my videos, so I'm going to kind of skip over that. But trips tight end offset weak is, it's nice because it's a 4 strong. You cancel match. You have stuff like the RPO read bubble. And then you have these unique motion routes. So let's take a look at this. I haven't actually messed with this play. So you can maybe let's try this. Let's see if this is any good. Let's see, he goes back here, releases into the flats. Of course, that guy's in a hard flat. So you might be able to use that for a spacing. So I'm curious about, let's see how this looks. Let's see how the zig works in tandem with this. So you could definitely like mess around with stuff like this. I don't have anything like specific to show you, so I'm not going to waste any more time. But I do like how unique that motion is. Then we have tight slots. This gives us corner and goes. This play is really good because it gives you a return route and a zig stock. So that's going to help in regards to quick snapping. So if you're on the road in Dynasty or whatever, just get a post over the middle or something. And then it's easy to read between like the zig and the return. Both are good versus zone and man. Try to hit the return route once. That safety came out of nowhere. So yeah, that plays good. Then tight slots halfback weak. This is a formation I use in Madden. Looks like it's missing. It's not missing anything, I guess. It doesn't have 4 verticals. It's just called all go. Post wheel drag, great play. I'll show you one setup for this. This is something I like to do out of this. Great spacing. And you have man beaters and zone beaters. I would say cover 2 is going to do a decent job against this, but I forgot the streak B. Nice. There we go. Cheat 'em. All right, so this playbook is pretty good for those reasons. I would really not want to talk about these formations too much. I don't know much about them, but you can have a look at those if you want. So that's going to be it for Rutgers. Lastly, we have Liberty, and the reason that you'd want to use Liberty is for their option game. They have a ton of good split back sets. So as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different split back sets, and they all kind of bring something unique to the table. So that is kind of like, to me, the main reason that you'd pick Liberty are these split back formations. I'll talk about those more in a second, but just to kind of cap off the rest of the playbook, like what it offers. This has RPO read Y flat. Again, I mention it every time that it's in a playbook because it's that good. I consider it a top 5 play in the game because you can just get easy yardage or touchdowns off of it. Now we have motion halfback swing and gun Y off trips weak. That's another play that a lot of people have no idea how to stop. And then spread halfback weak is nice because it gives us a ton of different option plays and like read options. So we have like tackle trap read option. We have guard trap read option. We have cake read option, which is a really good play. Like this is one I used way back in, I think, Madden 22. And it was disgusting with Lamar. Speed option, power read. Like I'll show you cake read option real quick. It just gets good blocking. So the read option's way out there, so ends up being really good. But just read the read option guy and then hold A or X if he ends up biting. It's like right there, I should have definitely handed it off to the running back. And if you hand it off to the running back, the blocking is going to be quite good. So I like cake read option. Then, like I said, you have those other option plays as well. Now, when it comes to these split back sets, they have like different kind of read options. So like triple option right, they should have a triple option left. Yeah, so right there in the middle. So you need to like get comfortable using these kind of plays if you want to use Liberty. So I would go to practice mode and really get it down. I'd say a lot of people who really know what they're doing in College Football 25 are going to be using their coaching adjustments. I guess I can't see them here because I'm not on defense, but they like to play the quarterback. So you're going to have the handoff to the running back a ton. So let's see if there's any plays worth noting. So in here, in split, I use Texas a lot when I'm in UNLV. I think Texas is a really good play. Let's see. What else do we have out of these split back sets? So any of these run plays that you see, you'd be calling. Maybe not inside zone split. I'm not a huge fan of that, but halfback toss goes to this empty side. We'll have a look at that one. So halfback toss. Please give us good blocking to this side. Very nice. So I guess it's not technically a split back set, right? We do have an additional guy in the backfield, but I love that actually. That guy blocks really well. It's kind of like the fullback that comes out. You can dive on conservative, get some extra yardage. So this playbook is definitely good for people who like to run the ball a lot, especially out of shotgun. Anyways, that's it for my top 5 underrated playbooks in College Football 25. Any questions, let me know in the comment section. If you guys want full breakdowns on offenses like Maryland or UNLV or even Oregon, go check those out on acemadden.com. Become a member. You'll gain access to every single scheme we have for both College Football 25 and Madden 25. See you guys in the next one.